One more question, actually. Can you explain to me how you do your duties throughout the day?
Well, I arrive at 7. I clock in. I walk into the facility. It's a lockdown facility, so I have a key to every door. I walk in. I go to whatever nurse's station that I'm supposed to be at that day. I get what group I'm going to be in. I go through the patients and I write everything down on a piece of paper. Get my clipboard. Once I have all their names written down, I walk out of the nurse's station and I circle the facility and I go into each patient's room, which I'm assigned about 20 patients. So I have to go to each room and do like a roll check every hour. So as soon as I get there, I have to walk around and go to each room and make sure that they're in their room. If they're not in their room, then I have to go look for them to make sure where they're at. I can't mark them down for anything until I find exactly where they're at. And then some of them, if I get in there and it's marked next to their name and it says Q15, which means they've been having behavioral issues and you have to check on them every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes I have to go and find that specific resident and make sure they're not getting into trouble or throwing fits or doing something they're not supposed to. So I'm constantly up and down just checking. Then for breakfast, I have to go around and prompt everybody, which means you have to go around going in their rooms in time and they need to go eat breakfast. Yelling and baying, knocking on their doors, yelling their names out, making sure that they go to breakfast. Same thing for lunch. And then medication time comes and I have to go looking for all the patients to make sure they come and take their medication. I stand there and I give them their medication and I have to have them open their mouth and check their mouth to make sure that they actually took it. Then they have snack time, which is nourishment, and I have to go to the cafeteria to get it, and I bring it, and they each get a snack. Well, only certain residents, though, that have health issues. Then I go around and make sure that they took their showers, and that they're being clean, and go through their rooms and make sure that they don't have anything they're not supposed to. And then some residents get to go out on pass, which means they can go out of the facility for a few hours. And then once they come back, I have to search them and make sure they're not bringing anything in they're not supposed to. And then I have to go through the books and make sure nobody has visits. If they have visits, then I have to go get them and take them to the visiting room with whoever's visiting them. All of them also get searched. Yeah, and then throughout the day, I'm just checking, constantly walking around checking to see what they're doing. Then I go back to the nurse's station and I chart all their activities that they did all throughout the day. So I open their chart and I go through the nursing notes and I note everything that they did today. So it's on record. If they were not behaving, it has to be on there. That way the next shift that comes in, they have to see if they were having tantrums or something so that they're aware. And they know how to address it accordingly when they come in. Then, when I'm almost about to get out, I have to walk around with the next employee that's coming in and do rounds and make sure that everybody's okay and they're supposed to be where they're at. And that's it. And I make sure everything's good and then I clock out and I go home.
Well, okay. Thank you, Mom, for your time. I actually do want to become a CNA.
Well, I hope you do. You have to have a heart for it. It's a good field to be in. You just have to have patience. I know you can do it.
Goodbye.